Long Island's KJoy 98.3. It's a first in my house this weekend. Jamie and you, good morning. My daughter is having her first friend sleepover. She's very excited about it. So she's coming over Saturday night. What time do I tell her parents to drop her off? There's been a bit of a disagreement in my house over it. Alyssa, what do you think is the right time for the sleepover to begin?
Are they eating dinner or is she just coming to sleep?
Are they eating? Yeah, I mean, I'll do a pizza.
If it's not dinner, I'd say between 6 and 7. If it's dinner, you can do 5.
5, that's early. My suggestion, not to the parents, but to my husband, I said, I think I'm going to tell her to drop her off around 7. Because we can still do pizza at 7. Like, I'm okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's too late. We'll do pizza, whatever. But my husband was like, 7? It's a little late. I'm like, she's going to be here all night. Like, what do you want to do? How long do I need to entertain her?
What about Sunday morning? Is she leaving in the morning?
I haven't talked about it with the parents yet. So Sunday, I would hope Sunday morning by like, I don't know, is 9, 10 o'clock too early? Like, get out of the house.
I try to send them home by between 10 and 11. That's my cutoff.
I'll feed her. I'll give her breakfast, and then please see yourself out after breakfast. I mean, really, how much longer on Sunday are you hanging out? So that's kind of my feeling. I feel like 7 p.m. Saturday, she can come over. We'll do pizza. We'll bake some cookies, popcorn and a movie, go to bed. And next morning, like I said, here's your breakfast. Call your mother. Like, bye-bye. Is 7 too late to start the sleepover? What do you think? 631-955 WKJY, Jamie and you, the things we do for our children. Morning, it's KJoy. Good morning, Scott. What do you think?
I'm kind of with your hub. I think a little, like 6, if you're going to serve the kid dinner, which, you kind of should do, I think.
Oh, yeah, I totally plan on ordering a pizza. But, like, are we eating dinner at 5 o'clock?
Well, I would eat whatever is your normal eat time, I guess.
Not 5. All right, I'm going to go 6.
Then it becomes clear that you're serving dinner. You're in dinner range.
No one is ever going hungry in my house. That is priority numero uno. You will never be hungry at my house. I don't care what time you're there. There's going to be food. So I'll do 6. That seems to be the happy medium. I'm not doing 5. There's still a couple people texting in about 5 o'clock. I'm not doing 5.
Oh, 5 is because then it's going to be like boredom sets in by like 10. They've eaten, they've watched the movie, and now what?
Way too many hours before bedtime to occupy. I'm not doing it. Thank you, Scott. Courtney and Seaford also texting me at 955 WKJY. Sleepover drop-off for a Saturday, 6 p.m. Okay, we'll do 6. She goes, you do need to give them a little time to sleep in the morning, but the best way out for pickup on Sunday is tell the pickup parent that you guys have plans and you got to pick them up before 10 a.m. So, all right, I got to say I'm busy on Sunday. Guess it's time to start going to church. Thanks, Jamie and you. Good morning. Long Island's KJoy 98.3. Is it okay to exchange phone numbers with new friends if you're married? Jamie and you, good morning. Was telling you earlier 2 different scenarios that just recently happened. A male friend of mine said one of his buddies actually got a girl's number while they were out. Completely innocent, he says. Also, I was out with the girls recently, and a couple of guys started talking to us, knew that we were married with kids, and one of them still asked my friend for her number, which I think also says a lot about your character, that you would even ask her. That's ridiculous. Hi, KJoy. Who's this?
Jenna.
Hi, Jenna. What do you think about all this?
Oh, absolutely not.
No!
There's no way. You should not be exchanging your number if you are married. There's nothing innocent about that. I'm sorry.
I don't think so either. What I do think there might be some truth to. Diane in Westbury texted, she knows there are married guys who will ask for women's numbers just to see if they can get the number with no intention of ever actually calling.
I was out recently. Someone asked for my name and number, and I gave them a fake one, but I'm not messing with my marriage, so.
You still got it, Jenna. Thanks for calling. See, I wouldn't even give a fake number. I would just walk away. No, thank you. Anne Marie in North Babylon texts, and Jamie, I agree. Today's world there are so many strange people out there. If you ask somebody for their phone number and you're married, I feel like you're opening up a can of worms. It might get misinterpreted or become a fatal attraction. Alyssa in Island Park also called in. She thinks you're playing with fire. It's a no-no. Seems most people are saying if you're married and you're out, put the phone away. Long Island's K-Joy 98.3. You know, going away with extended family, whether it's your own or maybe your partner's, can be a little tricky, right? So a friend of mine was saying how over the long weekend, they did a ski trip, you know, rented the cabin, whatever. So it was her and her husband and their kids and his parents. So in the morning, you know, they had the coffee pot out and she pours her cup of coffee. She's sitting at the kitchen table. Everybody's chit-chatting over their coffee. And then, oh my gosh. And then her father-in-law, after sipping his cup of coffee, decides he doesn't want any more and goes and pours what's left in his mug back into the coffee pot. It's exactly my reaction. I don't know what to say. And then the mom did the same thing. So you have like the coffee pot still on, so it's keeping it warm. They don't finish their coffee. Why waste it? They pour it back in the pot. She's like, well, obviously I can't drink coffee anymore ever in their house. I said, does your husband know? Like, does he know that's what they do? She goes, I didn't bring it up. Not worth an argument. I totally get it. So she said she made sure she was the first one up the rest of the weekend so she could make the coffee and take the first cup of coffee before anybody else got to it, the poor thing. Any odd things that maybe your family or their family does that you just kind of deal with it and you've always questioned it, but you just kind of have to do the workaround? They pour in their old coffee back in the pot for everybody to drink. 631-955-9559. You can call or text me. We love each other. We deal with our quirks, I suppose. Jamie and you, good morning. Long Island's K-Joy 98.3. Would you go to this party? Jamie and you, good morning. Was telling you earlier I received a birthday party invitation, and the party host is asking everybody on the invitation to please RSVP and send $100 for dinner per person. Venmo me, she said, if you're coming. $100. Have you ever seen this before? 955-WKJY. Good morning.
Why would you have to pay for the party if they can't afford to make a party for this person? Why do you have to donate to it? That happened to me for somebody's graduation.
Oh, it did happen to you. This was for a graduation party?
Yes. It was right at pandemic time, and the person was graduating from college, and they said, okay, you have to give me such and such money for the party. I'm like, no, you're making the party and inviting me. Why do I have to give you money? Why do you have to pay $100 to go to the party?
I won't eat. I don't have to eat.
No, I wouldn't do that.
So did you go to the graduation party?
Actually, it was canceled due to the pandemic.
So you got out of it anyway.
I got out of it anyway, and I basically stopped talking to the person since then because I found that very rude. I wouldn't even answer, in all honesty. It's like, I never got an invitation. What are you talking about?
I didn't see anything.
I would totally ignore it. But why do people do that, Jamie? I don't understand.
My name's Bill. I'm in Mineola on my way to work.
Hey, Bill.
I want to know, is this by any chance a surprise party? It sounds to me like the only person who's going to be partying is the person who sent you the request for the money.
It's not a surprise party, but I think she's going to be very surprised when she sees how few people come, is all I'm saying. Surprise!
Yeah, no, I would never respond to something like this.
This is Eileen. If I really liked the person and I was close with the person, I probably would go. I would pay the $100, but that would be like my gift. Not that it's the right thing to do, but, you know, to me it'd be how close I am to this person.
Right.
This is Lauren. How are you?
Hi, Lauren.
So I think that it probably wasn't worded properly. Like if she's planning a party or a dinner and she found something that is, $100 a person, let's take, her out to dinner kind of thing. Do you want to join us?
Right.
I feel like it should have been phrased differently.
I agree. This was a legit invitation. I am hosting. Please Venmo me. And it was just weird.
Yeah, no, I think that's wrong. If you're being invited to a party, you shouldn't be asked to pay for the party.
Totally different if it was like, hey, I'm so-and-so's sister, wanted to try to get a few of us together. Would you be willing? Totally different story. But especially considering, like, she's a friend of mine, but we're not super tight. I'm honestly even a little surprised I would even be invited because that's how not tight we are. So this is going to be a big party. This is going to be a lot of people if I'm invited. I'm definitely bottom rung here. So I'm just like, it was just very jarring. Like, it's so nice to be invited, but
Exactly. No, I agree with you. I think that's extremely awkward.
It is an awkward position to be put in, I think, because you know what? I want to go to the party. That's the truth. I'd like to go out to a party and celebrate my friend. And if that's what it's going to take, I guess it is what it is, but I don't like it. And I guess that's all we have to say about that. Jamie and you, K-Joy, good morning.